What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because in this video we'll be taking a look at one more zombie film to wrap up October, Dawn of the Dead.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Holy crap, that line, with that delivery, with that creepy music playing in the background, followed by the noise of zombie moaning right outside the front door. Yeah, that scene always gives me chills. So this movie came out back in 2004 and was actually Zack Snyder's first ever film that he directed. It's also a remake of a 1978 film of the same name. Now just to be clear, I never saw the original, but after learning that this film was actually a remake, I'm really curious to see how this compares to the original. It's also kind of crazy given how you have a first-time director like Zack Snyder whose only work was in documentaries and apparently music videos, now work on film, and his first project was actually based on an already existing movie, so when you look at it, that's pretty intimidating. The way I see it is that if you're a first-time director, it's always good to start off with a small low-budget film just to get your feet wet, but if your first project is a remake of an original, you're gonna get some backlash from fans of the original. Well, like I said, I have not seen the original, which means I'll probably have to watch it at some point, but anyway, this movie came out back in 2004 and pretty much set the standard for most modern zombie movies. The story starts us off pretty simple with everyone going about their normal day, and then suddenly the zombie outbreak occurs and all kinds of people are taking refuge at a shopping mall, which actually seems kind of believable given how these are pretty much your standard zombies. All they do is just rip, tear, and eat any living thing in sight. So it's nice to see these aren't your Olympic sprinting zombies from World War Z, and they sure as hell are not your boss mode zombies from Army of the Dead. Anyway, one of the things I like about this movie is how the story pretty much gives you relatable characters that you can see yourself as. Aside from having a cop in the group, we also have a nurse, a Best Buy employee, a couple mall security guards, and a bunch of random civilians, which makes the movie all more believable given how if the zombie apocalypse occurred right now where you are at, you're probably going to team with a bunch of random strangers that you don't even know, and the odds of you teaming up with a Black Ops strike team is very slim. Not only that, but we also fantasize about having a fortified base in these sort of scenarios, when in reality, you won't even have time to prepare, and you're probably going to fortify the closest place near you, in this case, a shopping mall. Now, as someone who has worked at a mall before, depending on how well you fortify it, a mall doesn't seem like a bad place to hunker down during the zombie apocalypse, given how most malls have hidden hallways for you to get in and out of places. But if there were some things that Left 4 Dead 2 taught me is, don't get stuck in the hallway.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shit. Oh, he got you. Help me. Please. I'm trying.
Wait.
I'm right here, baby.
Don't trigger the alarms.
This one.
Shit.
Run. Fuck is this?
Who shot the freaking glass?
And always stay together.
Oh, shit. Adam. Adam, I saved you. I saved you. Oh, my God. I literally saved you.
Oh, that's it.
Anyway, throughout the movie, we pretty much watch these group of survivors get used to living with each other as they try to get rescued. Even though some of the humor is pretty dark, it's the kind of humor you'd expect from the zombie apocalypse. Now, while I enjoy most of the action scenes, there are also some scenes where I'm kind of scratching my head and I'm like, okay, what? I know zombies are mindless monsters, but since when can they climb over your head across the ceiling and then jump on your shoulders? I don't even want to talk about the zombie baby. I mean, I can see that you want to make a statement as a first-time director and you kind of want to make this film stand out from the original, but did it really have to go that far to where you had to have a zombie baby being born? Anyway, most of the movie is just a bloodbath as its main focus is to just show you these zombies chowing down on these survivors before getting their heads blown off. Although I did like seeing some tender moments between these survivors as they go through loss and also realize that help is not coming for them. What I do wish we saw these characters more vulnerable by having more emotional scenes rather than just filling up the movie with guns, guts, and gore. Walking Dead? But still, all in all, the movie is still very entertaining and gives you some sort of idea of how a normal zombie apocalypse would happen. With that being said, given how this is the last movie review for October, I'll ask you this question. If the Dawn of the Dead apocalypse broke out right now, do you think you could survive it? For me, I would say that I have a 60% chance of surviving it and also getting rescued. I mean, these zombies don't seem that intimidating, but that's the reason why I gave myself a 60% chance of survival, given how there is a 20% chance of me getting bit or eaten by one of these zombies, 15% chance that I'll accidentally get killed by one of my team members, and a 5% chance of me getting intentionally killed by one of my team members and left for dead. Math in the zombie apocalypse. But here's a follow-up question. Which zombie apocalypse do you prefer? And what I mean by that is that if the zombie apocalypse broke out right now, which of these scenarios would you rather have? Would you rather have the World War Z outbreak, the Army of the Dead scenario, or the Dawn of the Dead apocalypse? Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. But going back to the movie, since it's October and if you're in the mood for some zombies chowing down some mall shoppers, you should probably watch Dawn of the Dead tonight. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall view for Dawn of the Dead. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you guys updates from this channel. I'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.